Welcome back to the Michael Gaddis Show on AM 1170 The Answer. I am your host, Michael Gaddis of www.michaelgaddis.com. Hey, I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about something near and dear to my heart, food. Like many of you, I enjoy eating out. To me, eating out is not just about the food, though. It's also about the experience. I love restaurants that have atmosphere and character. Today in studio, I have a very special guest from my favorite restaurant in all of San Diego. This restaurant has it all: fantastic food, romantic ambiance, and incredible service. My special guest is Vittorio Homberger, the General Manager of Vigilucci's in Leucadia. Vittorio, what is it about Vigilucci's that makes it so special?
Hi, Michael. Actually, it's you. Friends like you. I need more people like you, actually, to think the same way. Actually, if we are successful, I think because we have loyal customers who loves us for our food, as you said, but service and love we share to them. So honestly, the secret is just love.
Well, let me ask you a question that I think we're all wondering. Is your accent real?
I try to fake it. Actually, it's real.
Well, you're doing a great job. Are you from Italy?
I'm from Turin, actually.
Oh, right.
Very close to Milan. Yes, I'm from Italy.
Oh, wow.
And going back to your question, if I may, we have actually 4 locations. May I talk to you about locations?
Absolutely.
So the closest one to you guys here in San Diego is in Coronado. Then we have 3 locations in North County, actually 2 in Carlsbad and 1 in Leucadia, is where I work actually, in Encinitas, Leucadia. The difference between my location and the other location basically is that we get 90% of locals rather than tourists. The other location, they get more tourists. So basically, for me, it's a pleasure to work there. I love to work there because I can talk to locals all the time. They come in my restaurant 3-4 times a week. We really share love together. So honestly, I'm very happy about it.
Well, I've had the pleasure of going to at least 2 of the Vigilucci's locations. I've been to the one in Carlsbad, the steakhouse in Carlsbad, and I've been to your Leucadia location. And I will tell you that I love them both. But I especially love the atmosphere in your restaurant. I don't know what it is, but when I walk through the door, because Leucadia is known for being a beach community. It has that beachy, surfy feel to it. But when you walk through the doors of Vigilucci's in Leucadia, it's a completely different experience than what you would expect.
Because they have me.
No, it's an amazing place. And in fact, the last time I was there, I had the fried calamari as an appetizer and the rack of lamb for dinner. Now, I've eaten fried calamari at a lot of places, but I'm going to tell you, the fried calamari at Vigilucci's is so good, and I mean that. Tell me why the food is so good at your restaurant.
I mean, talking about the fried calamari, our fryer doesn't share the oil with so many items like the most of the restaurants, so it doesn't get the flavors from other food. So honestly, the food, the quality is high. Mr. Roberto Vigilucci is famous in our business because actually he provides high quality food. So honestly, there's not so much secret. The sauce, our marinara sauce,
it's so good.
Is the best around, and then the quality, paradise quality, are the best quality around for fried calamari. And the oil, as I said before, makes the difference.
Well, who determines the menu, and how often does it change?
We are a company, actually, the team wins all the time. So honestly, we sit down together and we talk about what to improve. Actually, the customer are the one who actually make the menu. Because if you don't order something, we start thinking why you don't order something. So we decide to replace it with something better for you.
Well, another thing I really love about your location is the ambiance. The building itself is really unique. I mean, when I was there last, you took me on a tour of the building. And, as I mentioned to you earlier, when I walked through the doors, it's like an elegant fine dining restaurant. You know, and you've got this wood, this wood burning pizza oven over here. And then you took me downstairs and literally I thought I was brought to Europe or something like that.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the building.
Actually, indeed, that place is awesome. Actually, we have a very strange layout, but beautiful in the same time. So when you walk in, you have the main dining room, and people think we have just that area actually. But the main dining room actually has a beautiful piano as well. So we do piano bar every night. We actually have a great pizza in the same area, pizza oven, wood fire oven. Then the back, as you said, is so beautiful. It reminds me Italy, France, beautiful courtyards. We have private rooms where you can actually have your own whatever events. Actually, it's one of the best layout on Leucadia. I don't think there's another restaurant like that.
I have never seen a restaurant like that. I mean,
No.
So you do rent out those rooms downstairs
We
for
do.
special events?
For corporation, for birthday party, just for regular dining. You just walk in. You said, I heard you have a nice room in the back. May I take a look? I want. And trust me, as soon as you see it, oh my God, you want to have dinner there.
No, I when you showed it to me, I was like in awe. I can't even believe this exists here.
I fell in love with the restaurant as soon as I moved there.
Well, we're talking to Vittorio Homberger, the general manager of Vigilucci's in Leucadia. You know, my wife swears that she has never had a better pomegranate martini than the one she's had at your restaurant. Every single time we go out to dinner, she orders a pomegranate martini, she tastes it, and tells me, it's not as good as the one at Vigilucci's. And then I have to end up finishing it because she doesn't like it. The only one she can finish is yours. Why is that?
Wow, you put me in a bad spot now talking about booze. Actually, training, quality of the product. My bartenders are awesome bartenders, so they really know what to do. And they got trained very well. So basically, and love, as I said before, you need to love what you do. So there's no another secret, I think. Fresh ingredient, that's all is the key.
Fresh ingredients, yeah, that's amazing. I think the other thing I see whenever I go to your restaurant, and I know that this happens at a lot of fine dining, the general manager will go around and talk to people, and I don't know what it is, if it's just your amazing personality or what, but when you go around, one, I feel that you sincerely care about how our dinner is going, and two, I always see you like really engaging in long, conversations, people are laughing and stuff like that. I mean, what kind of restaurant, how did you become a general manager?
By luck. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I've been working this business since I was 14. Now I'm 47. Honestly, growing up in a cruise line in hotel business, I learned that our business, our life is a show business. So you have to make people comfortable and happy. And usually, actually, I see people in front of me at the table and I see myself there. I see my mom, my sister. So I want them experience. So honestly, I want for them the best. So if everybody think in the same way, I think it would have been the best business in the world. So
well, I think that rubs off a lot on your servers because whenever I go there, I feel like a rock star. I mean, I literally feel like your servers think I'm their most important table there, and I think a lot of that comes from you. So how do you train your servers?
I go actually often through training, talking about sharing emotions. Be real, first of all. Don't fake anything in life. So love people, really deeply love people. So make people happy. So the most of the people that I know in the business don't think too much, maybe sometimes about going deep in the soul of people. So they just talk about technique. They just want to serve them, make everything right. But honestly, you should go beyond, become friends.
Well, I have a special way of gauging service at restaurants. It's my own little trick. My roommate in college was a server, so he used to do this same trick when he gauged him. I drink water a lot, and I don't drink Coke or sodas or anything like that. So I drink water. I judge my service by if my water glass is filled up. So if it continues to be filled up, I know that I'm getting good service. If I have to look around and try to wave somebody down for water, I know that someone's not paying attention to me. And at Vigilucci's, I never have to worry about my water glass being filled. It's like I take a drink and it's filled before it hits the table. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable what you guys are doing up there.
Thank you. We try our best. Thank you.
Well, in my line of work, referrals are important. As a real estate broker, my livelihood depends on referrals, and so I understand the importance of them. And I frequently refer people to Vigilucci's in Leucadia. And I'll tell you, I cannot tell you how many times they have called me and thanked me for sending them over to you guys. Whatever you're doing over there is really, really exceptional, and you're doing a great thing, and you guys really keep it up. Because and here's the thing. It's this restaurant is located in Leucadia, but I don't think it really matters, because I think no matter where you are in San Diego County, it's worth a trip to visit this restaurant. This is a very unique place, and obviously it's got a very unique general manager there, and I think you would do yourself a disjustice if you never took the time to go and visit this location. So, Vittorio, let me ask you, do you have any promotions or specials for any of our listeners?
Definitely yes, Michael. So whoever is going to be coming our location and mention this show is going to get 15% off.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's a very generous offer.
Yes, I think is a good offer. And then we love to meet new people. And thank you, Michael, for for having us today.
Oh, no, it's really great. I'm really glad you guys came in. And, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your restaurant before we go?
That honestly, our restaurant, I feel, is a mom and pop restaurant. So, and I love to keep the restaurant that way. It's not a restaurant where, like a big corporation restaurant where people, there are order takers, food runners, they don't know anybody. I want to meet personally everybody. That's why I go table by table to meet them. They come back for the show, for love. So that is, I think, is the most important thing.
Well, let me ask you one question before our segment's up here. What does Trattoria Italiana mean? Because that's what it says. Vigilucci's Trattoria Italiana.
I've been asked this question a lot of times. Honestly, hopefully I'm going to give the right answer. But as an Italian guy, usually we go at Trattoria, Osteria. There are small locals places to eat, so basically mom and pop
community-based
It's like ours, actually. You never call usually Trattoria a big and monster restaurant. Usually they are small and nice, intimate, very warm.
Well, you have definitely created a very warm restaurant up there. So I want to thank Vittorio, the general manager of Vigilucci's in Leucadia, for stopping by today. For more information about Vigilucci's, visit www.vigiluccis.com, or better yet, call 760-634-2365. Ask for Vittorio and tell him that Michael Gaddis sent you. After the break, learn more about the myths and misconceptions about perhaps the most enigmatic loan product on the market today, reverse mortgages. We'll be right back.
This is AM 1170, The Answer.